Good afternoon, guys. Today we're going to learn on how to send a scope using our Simply Enroll tool through Sunfire. You're going to go ahead and log into your Simply Enroll. You're going to hit send a scope. You're going to have a couple different options that you can do. You can email the scope, you can text the scope, or you can even upload a scope. Let's say you have a paper one. You can upload it here if you'd like to keep a digital record instead of keeping the paper scope on here. Here's all your completed scopes as well that you can use. For our purposes, I'm going to text this scope over to a client. As you can see, it's a very generic form. You're going to have to click one of these, whatever option it is. If you're going to talk PDP, if you're going to talk Medicare Advantage plans, if you're going to talk Medicare Supplement, and it gives you two other options if it's, let's say you talk Medicare Supplement and dental vision or hospital indemnity, whatever you decide to talk about. And I'm going to click for my purposes that I'm just going to talk Medicare Advantage. As you can see, since you already have your information on here, it's going to have your name, your phone number, on there. It's pre-filled already. You don't have to do anything. It's already included on there. But I'm going to go ahead and send my text over to this client. I know it says optional, but this is a text scope, so you're going to have to put in the number, and you're going to want to see why in a minute. And let's just say their address. Everything with a asterisk here, you have to do. In here, it's optional, but it's good to have. It'll go over into the enrollment later as well, so it's just good to have. So for this purposes, I put the address, the city, the zip code. Again, it automatically picks up from your zip code where it is. This has an asterisk, so I have to fill it out. I'm going to say this was a walk-in, and we just started talking Medicare. Here, what plans we talked about. So I'm going to say we talked about United Healthcare and Aetna. And today's date, which is April 28th, 2022. Alright, so that pretty much here just gives you descriptions on what the different plans are. And this is ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and send this over. Alright, so I'm sending this over. You hit the green button down here where it says text, and it will go to that client. Here you're going to put in the text of the client where it's going to go and hit send, the blue button. There it goes. The client should be receiving it now. Alright, now that it's been sent over, and that blue box, it had the code on there. Don't worry if it goes away. You can always find it here. It'll be on here under personal code in case that page goes away. But now it's been sent over. I'm going to show you exactly what it looks like as well in a minute from the client side. The client has it, and it will be filling it out. Notice here under completed it says no. It'll switch to yes when it's been completed. And so I'm going to go ahead and refresh this right here. Because it needs the contact signature. Client was filling it out. I'm going to hit refresh to see the client has finished it. Still says no, and we'll give it a second. Okay, so now the client has filled it out, but you notice it still needs to be signed by you, the agent. So you click right here, sign, and it is signed. So now it is completed. Yes, you can go back and actually view it. It'll tell you success on here. When it was signed by the client, when the agent signed it, which is yourself. It looks just like the information on here that we put in. Client signed right here, and it's been filled out. Again, you can save this as a PDF if you have a place where you keep it, but that's exactly how you do a text scope. It works very similar with the email. It's just being sent via email instead of text, but the process is the same. All they need to know is that personal code. All right, thank you very much. One last thing I forgot. This is what it looks like from the client's perspective when they get the text. It'll have their name. It'll have a link where they can click the first link that goes right to the text so they can fill out. It'll also have your name, your information underneath as well. So it's important to note what it looks like. When it is completed, you will also get a text when it is completed. So you'll know that the scope has been signed. So that's good information to know.